Hi everybody! Today is March 1st, so Saturday, March 1st of 2025, I should say, in case you're watching this in the future. Welcome back to all of my crafty friends, new and returning. I am hopping on to show what little bit I've been doing. I didn't want too much time to go by, but you know, busy. We got back from my fiance's son's basketball game, and they went out to run an errand, so figured this would be a good time to do catch up. And so March 1st, my second oldest's birthday is today. Happy birthday, son. I don't know if he watches or not, but anyways, it is super cold. The wind out there is ridiculous in Western New York. I mean, yesterday with the rain, we thought a lot of the snow would be melting the last couple days. Raining really hard last night, and then we woke up to the roads being covered with snow again. And yeah, the wind. That walk from the car to the school, holy moly. Okay, so to start, I was asked to review the Spiritual Throw Mosaic Crochet Blanket that I'm doing. I don't think I brought the pattern down. I didn't. But it's by Sarah Athey Designs. And I am using my favorite yarn right now, which is Big Twist. It's such a bummer that the Joann's are closing because I really love Big Twist. I used to love Stitch Studio by Nicole until that store closed. So then I found the Big Twist. Not sure if any other store is going to pick up the line, but I went online to try to see if there was any type of clearance like what I've saw videos for, because I'm just not one to get out and go into the stores because I'm busy, and the clearances online were not all that great, so I didn't get any. But if I do get out and about and I get by a Joann's, I'll see if there's anything in there. Otherwise, once I use this, I'm going to have to find another yarn that's likable. I mean, let's be real, it'll probably last me a little bit, but you know, it's just the thought of not having it. I don't think I have any more in storage, but you never know. Hopefully this spring, maybe summer, I'll be getting all my totes out of storage and I'll be able to go through and see what all goodies are hiding in there. So for the blanket, I used a 6mm hook, and I will go back over from the beginning just to show you quick. The last part that I have left is to repeat the wolf and paw pattern that you started the blanket with, which is this one. So I'll repeat this one, and then the small break pattern in between the designs, that will be the end. And then I still have to decide on what I want to do for the border, but I haven't decided, and I have time. So that was the first one. Then this one, which is like a bird, maybe it's an eagle. And then the next one is this one. And then the owl. And then I put the small break. And I say small because in the middle was the larger break. This one here. So, yeah. Now, the next one, and then, oh, I will be able to decide. I did the envelope border before. I don't want to do that again. If I can help it. We'll see. Now, some of you probably thought I would have had the last pattern repeat on because there's only one left, which that was my intention. But I realized that I have a grandson due the end of June, and I'm like, I haven't started the layette set that I do for each grandchild, or I like to do a blanket out of velvet yarn. So if you remember back when I didn't know what my granddaughter was going to be, which she's 11 going on 12 weeks old now, I started 2 blankets until we found out the gender. And that encouraged me to use the one blanket that I started in case she was a boy to finish that one up for my grandson that's coming. So I had bagged it once I knew she was going to be a girl. And I'm using the Just Beachy Throw pattern by Yarnspirations. Skill level is easy. It's single, double, and you chain 1 turn, put a single in the first, single, double, and you just keep doing that. I am using a 7mm hook, even though the pattern calls for 6, but I wanted it a little bit bigger, and there's not a lot of holes in it just for going up a hook size, so that was cool. The yarn that I'm using is Yarnspiration Bernat Velvet Stripes in the colorway Shark Skin. This is my second cake. I had 3, so I figure 3 is a good amount for a blanket, because then the blanket can grow with the baby. There's 315 yards in this, and I went online to see if I could order more because I'm looking through my cakes and I have like some purples left, but other than that, I am like out of this yarn, and I was like, holy moly. But it's not easy to find online. And when I looked up velvet yarn, I find skeins of it, but like solid colors. So I've been like going to online, Joann's, Hirschner's, Hobby, Premier, and I can't think of, but I'm just trying to find the best price because yeah, there are cheaper ones, but you don't get as many yards. And I know at $3.15, 3 skeins, like that's how much I'd want to have in different colors. So I'm in the process of having all these little windows open on my phone, trying to find the best yarn deal in velvet. So anyways, I'll show you where I'm at so far, and I'm not color controlling. And this is where it's at. So there's the bottom. Let me see if you can, yeah. In the different grays and whites with black. So there you go. And like I said, after that, I have one more cake, and then that one will be done. I really like this pattern. It's nice and easy. Then I was working on Betty the Bunny out of this Fun Animal Pillows book by Christy Simpson. Yeah. I was actually doing the bunny, but I'm not changing colors. And this is the back of the book with different ideas. I've only done the bear, and I've done it twice for my two-year-old grandsons that I have now. And for the bunny, I used mill ends, and they were that soft, I don't know if it's the velvet or it's like that soft chenille. It was a mill end, so I have no clue, which I am ordering more because I like this yarn as well. And I used a 6mm hook for this one, not remembering, and I could have looked back in my notes. I don't know why I didn't, but she came out pretty big. I did throw in a couple stripes of scrap Bernat blanket to kind of break up the pattern. And the safety eyes that I have, holy crap, like they are so hard to snap together. And when I took that greenish white bear to my grandson last weekend, he's like looking at it and he was like clicking, and he plucked the eyeball right off. And I was like, holy crap. And I could feel the backing on the inside, and I was trying to push it together and it just wouldn't go. So I told my daughter she might want to just get like some super glue or some craft glue and put it on and just set it up in his room as like a decoration for now until he isn't curious about picking at the eyes. So this is Betty the Bunny. She is pretty big. So the back I just did solid, and then you start at the bottom. It's 2 separate panels. So I did so far because with what yarn I had left and how big she is, I knew I was going to need more yarn, and I didn't have any more of this mill end type of yarn unless I integrated the green, and I didn't really want to. So I did some of this, and then this is white Bernat blanket scrap, and then some more of this, and then this is a scrap Bernat blanket of a multicolor, and then more of the mill end. And then for this is purple Bernat blanket scrap, and I figured it kind of looks like a collar, sort of. Didn't plan it that way, but then once I did it for a couple rows and then continued on with the head, I was like, well, that kind of works, maybe. And then the nose, I actually sewed because I didn't have any animal noses big enough. And then this is more Bernat blanket, and then the ears, and then these safety eyes that my fiance helped me with, and he had to use some pliers, and we hope they stay. But again, the granddaughter is almost 3 months old, and she won't be picking at these anytime soon. And then the stuffing, and then I took more of the purple. I didn't realize it was going to look like something from a Halloween costume type of situation here. But she's kind of scrappy, and, Grandma made her, so it's all good. So Wednesday, they will be coming out to see me, and I will give them the bunny to put in her room. Okay. So there's that. Now, for upcoming projects and stuff, I want to finish the last pattern on my spiritual mosaic. But that's kind of on the back burner because, again, today's March 1st, April, May, June. I got 3 months to get this blanket finished and the layette set. Now, I've been looking at patterns on Etsy and Ravelry. I bought a couple. I guess I should have tried to look at the pattern, but you can't before you buy them because it really doesn't. There's only one that says like 0 to 3, 3 to 6. I might look at that one a little better, but I need to get some yarn to complete it. I don't necessarily need solid, but I would like some anti-pilling. Kind of learned my lesson on that, because you wash them. But with the baby due at the end of June, it's going to be kind of warm. And my son is in the Air Force and stationed down in Texas. So, do I make something light, like out of cotton for the evening? Or make it a little bigger so then he can wear it come fall? That's something I have to decide, besides the yarn and which pattern I'm going to use. So that's an upcoming. Then this past weekend, I went to my son and his girlfriend's house, whose birthday is today. And as a surprise, they walked out and showed me an ultrasound picture. So, another grandbaby that is due the beginning of September. So, now I need to do a second layette set, which they don't know the gender and they're undecided if they're going to find out. So it's going to be a neutral. Another velvet blanket. And then I need to make 2 more animals. So this grandma is going to be busy. And I just need to decide the patterns. I do have a sweater set already for a older child, but it's girl oriented. So that's not going to work for the one that's due in June. So I got some things to decide and some yarn to buy, believe it or not, because I have some velvet in pinks and purples up here. The Parfait Layers is soft, but I don't think I've crocheted with that yet. So that might be an option for like the 2 blankets, but if it's not as soft as this, I might do something else. But anyways, those are going to be some future projects. I am going to decide on a pattern when I get off of here now. And while this one's uploading, so that I can come down here, because I got rid of all my 3-weight pretty much before I moved, because it's not the easiest weight yarn for me to work with. But I did see some DK anti-pilling cakes that I wouldn't color control, and I don't even care to color control when I'm doing the layette sets. I just like let it flow if I use that style. So I don't think I have any of that even. Yeah, like I have big twist cakes and a lot of the old candy shop, but they're not that soft because my granddaughter always has the blanket with her that I made out of that velvet. So that's kind of my thing right now. But yeah, all right. That's all I got, folks. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to see what I've been up to and what some future projects are going to be that you will see. It's exciting, especially when, you know, stuff to crochet for the grandbabies. All right. Please like, subscribe, share if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.